When you throw it out, give it right back. Got the record, better get off my track. In the big leagues, now it's a fact. Can't take you seriously. Think that you wanna go? Can't catch me too slow. Look, now I'm on a roll. All you can say is blah, 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 blah. Look, now I'm on a roll. Blah, 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 blah. All I hear is blah, blah, blah.
Welcome to Crown Point High School, home of the Bulldogs. Happy holidays and welcome to Game Night presented by CPTV Sports here on the Bulldog Network. I'm Gabe Trevino. With me is Braden Zamoyski. If you're a CP fan, stick around because in addition to pregame coverage on Game Night, in just 1 hour we bring you the entire CP versus Munster boys basketball game live precisely at 7 p.m. on Marquee Sports Network Community Showcase. Everything you'll see tonight is produced by the students of the radio and TV program at Crown Point High School. Well, let's get started. Russ Marsnick was going to be on us when our first segment, we're going to have Coach Bill DeRula, our head athletic director, in our second segment. In our third segment, we're going to have, of course, our keys of the game. So let's start with segment one. Well, Russ Marsnick, a lot of you know him as principal of CPHS. He was actually a basketball player at Bishop Knoll, and I had a chance to talk with him, shoot some hoops, talk his education career as well. When you walk the halls of Crown Point High School, most of us know Russ Marsnick as principal and leader of CPHS, the one keeping schedules tight, standards high, and Bulldogs on track. But long before the bell rang, Marsnick was answering a very different call. The squeak of sneakers on hardwood. Yep, that's him right there. And there. And that's Rick Pitino. Before he became an educator, he was a basketball standout star at Bishop Knoll Institute, lighting up scoreboards, earning all-conference and all-area honors, and becoming a respected region player. His game didn't stop there. It carried him from packed high school gyms to the Division I level, shooting up at Western Texas and later as a Mastodon at Purdue Fort Wayne. And the story doesn't end at the final buzzer. Marsnick brought his love of the game back home, coaching high school basketball in Northwest Indiana, mentoring the next generation from the sideline before trading the clipboard for the principal's office. Having learned this all recently myself, I asked Marsnick to shoot around, talk hoops, and his educational journey, and learn more about the guy we just know as Mr. Marsnick. Mr. Russ Marsnick, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Take some shots and ask some questions. Would you like to go first?
Sure. Let's do this.
All right, first shot.
Nice and close.
Yep. Good, okay. First question for you is, how long have you been in the field of education?
This is my 30th year involved in education. I spent the first 12 years of my career in the city of Hammond. I was teaching at Hammond-Gavitt for 6 years, then Hammond-Morton for 6 years. I then came to Crown Point, taught for 2 years, was an assistant principal for 9, and then this is my 7th year in my current role as principal.
Question number 2 for you is, where did you play high school basketball, and what was your favorite memory playing high school basketball?
I went to high school at Bishop Knoll. I graduated in 1991, and I did play high school basketball. And I would say that the best memories were, number one, the good times and laughs I had with my teammates. I think that the relationships that high school students build in activities are probably the most important thing about that experience. And I was fortunate to have many good teammates that I still have relationships with now.
Yeah, camaraderie, right, of high school sports.
Yeah, the camaraderie, it was really special. And whether it's high school or college, I'm fortunate to keep in touch with a lot of my former teammates, and I think that's very special.
All right. Well, on the next shot,
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little bit deeper here.
You're going to take the long shots. I'm going to stick close, okay? All right, here we go. Look at that. Ice.
Sunk that one.
Okay, well, you played basketball in college, but for the folks at home who don't know, where did you play?
After high school, I went to a university called Southwest Texas State. It's in San Marcos, Texas. I played basketball there, and then eventually I made my way to Indiana, Purdue, or Fort Wayne, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I finished playing basketball there. So I did play all 4 years of college basketball.
All right, you want to take your second shot here?
Yes. Staying close, Gabe.
Okay, next question is, what is your favorite part of being principal here at CPHS?
My favorite part of being the principal at Crown Point High School is seeing our students and all the wonderful things that they do. By far, that's my favorite part of this. I enjoy the conversations I have with students in school. I enjoy greeting them when they come in the building in the morning. And most of all, I enjoy watching them excel, whether that's in academics or their activities, whether athletics or fine arts, again, speech and debate, BPA, Latin Club. I could go on and on about the wonderful things that our students are doing. And so I think that just my opportunity to be a small part of that is my favorite part of being principal at Crown Point High School.
No good. Okay.
All right.
This is the first miss of the day. What can you say about the extracurricular programs and the athletic programs here at Crown Point High School?
Well, we're very proud of our achievement, the achievements of our students. The extracurricular activities that the students are involved in, the excellence that they show are just incredible. I'm always amazed at the things that our students are able to do, both with their extracurricular activities and then also with our athletic programs. And I think that it's a tribute, number one, to the talent of our students and the effort that they put into those activities, as well as the support from their parents throughout the years that have helped them along the way to get to where they are now. And it's just an amazing, I guess, testament to the talent of our kids. And then, of course, athletics is also thriving, which we're very proud of our athletic programs as well. It takes a great deal of effort and self-discipline, and certainly makes me very proud as principal to see our kids excel. It's a great thing.
Okay, let's head into your third shot.
Third shot, we're going to stick close by.
Okay. That one is good.
Where do you want to shoot this shot, Gabe?
Free throw line. I went elbow, so I'll go right in the middle.
Free throw. Okay, you ready, Gabe?
Take a free throw here. Here we go.
Nice.
There we go. Okay.
Great shot.
Final question for you is, what would you want a graduate of Crown Point to say about the school once they've graduated?
Overarching is that we created a culture where people were kind, helpful, and that there was a community of people where everyone was valued and important. I hope that's what they say when they leave here, and that also that they want to come back and visit us sometime because they felt like they have Crown Point spirit and pride. And once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. That's my hope for the people who come through our school and graduate and move into adulthood.
Back to game night, where we have our first guest of the evening, and that is Principal of Crown Point High School, Mr. Russ Marcinick. Thank you for being here tonight. It's a pleasure to have you on. Well, that was an excellent time sitting down, standing up with you, talking to you, asking you questions, shooting some hoops with you. You're pretty good, man. Pretty good.
You're pretty good too, Gabe. I was very impressed with your ability to make those shots, and we had a great time talking. It was a great experience not only to be with you, but all of the crew that helped out with that interview. So it was my pleasure.
Okay, well, first question of the night for you is, you played at Texas State. We really didn't expand upon that in the interview. Tell the viewers at home what was maybe your favorite memory of playing at Texas State?
I think playing at Texas State was a good experience for me because it was me going off in my first kind of step into adulthood. Back when I went to Texas State in 1991, there was no cell phones, there was no internet, and so at that time, my only communication with my family was maybe one phone call a week, and letters that I would get in the mail, through snail mail. So I think, number one, that was the experience I had going quite a bit far away from home when I went there, because it was an opportunity to play Division I basketball. And kind of like what I said in the interview, my favorite memories, again, are the times I experienced with my teammates, whether it was road trips or practice or in the dorms, just kind of hanging out. That was what I remember the most. And certainly we had some good experiences playing in basketball as well, but I would say those relationship pieces are my favorite memories.
Yeah, it's. I think that would. I mean, playing Division I basketball anywhere, but yeah, going down to Texas, quite far away from home.
It was far away from home, but again, I think, and that's what made it tolerable, is because I was on a basketball team. I think it would have been very difficult to go far away from home had I wasn't involved in an activity. But because I had that, I think you mentioned in our interview, that camaraderie that I had with my teammates, I think we sort of bonded in that, and were able to create memories on our own.
Now, Mr. Marsnick, I want to get your thoughts on Crown Point's athletic program 5, 10, 15 years down the road. What do you think a Crown Point athlete, they would say they took out of this athletics program?
I would hope that our athletes, as well as all of our students who are involved in extracurricular activities, would say that they had positive mentors in their endeavors, whether that's their teachers, their coaches, their sponsors, that experience taught them life lessons, whether that be, we talked, Gabe, in our interview about students having final exams, but yet you're still producing this show, or our athletes going to practice, or our students who are in the theater and choir and orchestra putting on the Christmas spectacular. So I would hope that our students who participate in these activities, number one, have a positive experience. They're around other positive students and good students who are looking to make our school better, but also those memories that you have through the good times and the bad, through the, as you're trying to get this going and everyone's kind of, running around crazy. Those are good memories that you're always going to have, and you're going to look back on this and say, what a great accomplishment, as your parents watch this, or your friends and family over Christmas break maybe, and watch this with you. I think that's what is important, is those memories and the lessons that are learned through positive activities at school. And I certainly, the question, Brain, you asked was about athletes, and but I really believe that translates or transfers over to all the different activities that our students have, whether it's basketball, football, or speech and debate, or the broadcasting, whatever is our students involved in. I hope they have a great experience.
Yeah, we have another question for you. And you coached high school basketball here in Northwest Indiana. What would you say? Well, first, how was that experience coaching? And second, what would you say to your guys before a big game? What was your go-to phrase to your guys?
Well, it's a good question. I haven't coached in quite a while. My last year of coaching basketball was in 2007-8, so it's been a while. I would say that I would hope, if I look back on it, that I would encourage our athletes to do the best that they can, to be prepared, and to represent our school in a positive way. And I would say that the athletes and students that I coached both at Hammond Gavitt and Hammond Morton did just that. They always made me proud. They did a great job, and I hope now, as they are adults, they can look back on the experience with me as their coach and hopefully have positive memories of that.
Yeah, and Mr. Marsnick, there's a lot of hype around this team, this Crown Point team, number 2 in the Indy Star preseason poll, remaining in that number 2 spot now through a couple games. What is your expectations and what is your ceiling for this team this season?
Well, our team is very, very talented, and I think one of the keys to our team is that we have a lot of experience. We have seniors who have played for 3, maybe even 4 years on the varsity level, and I think that's that's crucial and very, very important to success. And I think that, with that experience, I think ultimately, we have an opportunity to make it back to the semi-state and maybe play Fishers again, or whoever comes out of Indianapolis, and have an opportunity to go to the state finals. I think, and that's very difficult to do. It's easier said than done, for sure. But I just hope, again, our athletes, our basketball players, do the best they can, represent our school in a positive way, and win or lose, we're going to be proud of them.
Yeah, and then Mr. Marsnick, we ask every guest at the end, what is your prediction for tonight, Munster Mustangs or Crown Point Bulldogs?
Oh, there's no question, Crown Point Bulldogs tonight. I anticipate us. There's a lot of spirit in the gym tonight. This is great. We're going to have the cheerleaders, the dance team, all these special fans that are in attendance tonight. And of course, you guys are doing the broadcast on the Marquee Network, which is a national network that has the Chicago Cubs. And so I just hope that this is a great night for Crown Point High School and the community of Crown Point. And like I always say, I'm so proud of and amazed at the great things that our students are doing. Again, whether it's athletics or their activities or their academics, I am so proud to be even a small part of that. And I hope tonight is a reflection of all the great things that our students here at Crown Point High School are doing. But if I'm going to pick, I'm going to say Crown Point is going to win going away, Gabe.
Good. Well, that's what we hope for tonight. Hopefully it's going to be a great night. Mr. Marsnick, we give you our thanks for being here on tonight's show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm so proud of you guys. You do such a great job.
And that will do it for our first segment here on Game Night. But stick around as we still have 2 more segments to go here on Game Night.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, text OFFICIAL to 317-943-9030.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back to Game Night here. We are grateful to have our second guest on this show tonight. Thank you, Coach Derula, our head athletic director here at Crown Point High School. Coach, it is great to have you on tonight.
Thanks for having me on. This is awesome.
Okay, so we're going to ask you about our athletic program, being our athletic director here.
Yeah.
What can you say about the overall state of this athletic program? Lots of success in the last few years.
What do you think?
I think it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I would say so. It's taken a while for us to get to this point. I came here in 2003, and we were in the bottom of the conference, and it's taken some time to get some coaches here and build the culture. But I think that you can tell by watching the product, right? There's a lot of success. We've had a lot of state championships across all our sports, and I think that we still have our best years ahead of us.
Yeah, and Coach Derula, Crown Point, I mean, this community just keeps to grow and grow and grow. What role does athletics play in that community?
Well, I think this is a one high school town, and I think athletics is important to Crown Point, and they rally around our success. You see that in football on Friday nights at our games.
Yeah.
Last spring we won the state title in softball, and we have great support from our parents and our community patrons. And, it makes for a great situation for our athletes and our coaches.
Absolutely. This community has grown a lot. This athletic program has grown a lot. And I mean, the school, people pouring in from the big city of Chicago.
It's awesome.
Here. Yeah, it is awesome. Well, you played football in Drain.
Yes.
You coached at Lake Station in Chesterton. Tell us about that experience, coaching and playing. What was your favorite memory?
Well, I got out of college in 1980. I played at Franklin College, and I started coaching at Lake Station. And I was there for about 10 years. I coached wrestling, football, track. Went to Chesterton, coached football and wrestling there. Was at Chesterton for 13 years. And then in 2003, I got a phone call. Someone called me here who was the principal at the time. Would you be interested in coming to Crown Point and being the athletic director? So, I've been here. This is my 23rd year here. So 46 years overall. I've always been involved in athletics as a coach or an athletic administrator. I was an assistant AD at Chesterton as well. It's been a really fun experience here at Crown Point, being able to come in when this school was brand new. We just moved into the high school in 2003, and all the coaches here I hired, and we've created a really good culture here, a culture of winning, of success, and we've got great student athletes. So it's been tremendous.
Yeah, and we just asked Mr. Marsnick what his thoughts and expectations were for this basketball team, but we want to get your opinion being the athletic director.
Well, Coach Marsnick, his background is basketball, so he's probably, I'm a wrestling and football guy, but I can tell you we have a tremendous coach that's been here for quite a long time, and we've got a lot of talent on this team. But they're going to have to perform. And we're playing a tough schedule. We're going to be playing over Christmas break. We're playing Cathedral and Hamilton Southeastern. We're going to be in the Holiday Classic at Newcastle. We're not ducking anybody. So I think the expectations are high. But we'll see. You got to win the games when it's a one-game scenario once you hit the tournament.
Yeah.
So,
and I talked to Coach Swan before the season started, and he talked about that 5-game stretch over winter break with Cathedral, Hamilton Southeastern. He said if we can get out of that 5-game stretch, sky's the limit for our boys.
Exactly. And you want to be playing at your best when the tournament starts.
Absolutely.
And last year we were. Last 2 years we were. So I think that I'm excited about our football team, about our basketball team rather, and their chances in the tournament. Our wrestling team's ranked 3rd in the state. So, I think that's going to be we had a great fall.
Absolutely.
And we're looking forward to the winter.
Yeah, and they made semi-state last year, the night game, one of the closest they've ever gotten, and maybe they can get the state this year. A lot of senior talent on this team this year, too.
Yeah, you're going to have to beat that Indianapolis team.
Yeah.
So, and that's a tough one.
Yeah, Fishers is the big one down there. It's going to be.
I want to say I think we beat them this summer, but that's in the summer.
Yeah.
So
we'll see when we get to the winter, right? When it's February, March, it's colder outside.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you measure success with wins and losses, right, in sports, but there's obviously lessons you take away from sports. Beyond wins and losses, how do you measure success in sports?
Well, I think that we put a high value on sportsmanship here, and our sportsmanship score is very good. One of the things we created here at Crown Point is our athletic council, and that's where we build leadership. And we meet once a month. We just had a meeting this week. There was over 100 kids there. Elliot Swan was the speaker who graduated last year. He's at the Naval Academy. In 2024, a couple years ago. But anyway, that is a good vehicle for us to help kids understand leadership, sportsmanship, and, everything's not about winning. It's about winning right. So we have that, and we've got a great athletic council program here. The other thing that we have here is we have really good coaches. And they understand the importance of winning, and with winning, there's going to be losing, right? And there's going to be lessons there, and so you grow from it.
Yeah, and many know you as the Crown Point athletic director, but some may not know you. You're a part of the Gary Old Timers Club.
Yes, I am.
With a background in sports, what does this club mean to you?
What club?
The Gary Old Timers Club.
Okay, the Gary Old Timers Athletic Association. We're going to be having our 79th banquet this year. And essentially, it's a banquet. It's centered around sports. Tom Thayer is going to be our speaker this year. And then we have honorees that we recognize Lifetime Achievement Awards there, which I received in 2019. It's a great group of guys. And it's centered around us just meeting once a month and getting this banquet together with 900 guys at the Avalon.
Yeah.
And we've had Dick Butkus there, Ray Nitschke. I mean, you name a sports great, we've had them at our banquet. So, yeah, it's a great organization.
What makes that club so special to you?
It's very unique. You don't see. I don't know if there's an organization like that in the country where, they have a banquet once a year and 900 guys come to it, and people love coming to it. And the first 2 hours, it's before the banquet, and it's kind of a social hour, and you see people that you haven't seen in years. It's like a class reunion almost of Northwest Indiana, and so that part of it is really good. And then you sit down for the banquet, and we have a comedian, we have, like I said, a speaker, we honor some people. And Northwest Indiana loves it, and I don't think there's anything like it around. It's unique.
Yeah, of course, and I'm glad you're a part of that. I think it seems very near and dear to your heart. Well, Coach, we ask every guest on game night, what is their pick tonight? Munster Mustangs, Crown Point Bulldogs. Who you got tonight?
What do you think? Come on.
Gabe, you really thought the athletic director of Crown Point High School was going to come in here and pick Munster?
Taking the dogs.
Yeah. It should be a good one tonight. We're going to see Crown Point Bulldogs, Munster Mustangs.
Yes.
Athletic Director Bill DeRula, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
You guys are outstanding, by the way.
I appreciate that, Coach. Well, that's going to do it for our second segment here on Game Night. We're going to go to Keys of the Game. Stay with us here on Game Night.
So the reason why I took the PLTW biomedical course is because I have been inspired by my older siblings who have also taken the course. Furthermore, I'm also interested into majoring the medical field. This has met my expectation tremendously because it has shown me many different scenarios of what the human body can do, and it has also exposed to me different careers that are involved into medicine. We've done many labs throughout the years, so we have done many dissections, we've also done some collaborations with each other, and we've also done some many projects to understand different, for example, bacteria or diseases. So these courses will help me throughout college because it has exposed to me and made me learn so many things throughout biomedical and helped me learn throughout the human body.
Organ donation saves lives.
The first thing that I remember when waking up from surgery was the new sensation of I could hear and feel it pounding.
One of the greatest moments for me after transplant was being able to play senior night. Hearing my name called for the first time, I scored my first varsity basket.
I'm grateful to be living again, spending time with family, and going off to college as well. So,
a month after transplant, I went to prom. I graduated on honors.
I owe my life to donors, and I feel like all recipients probably feel the exact same way as I do.
You can save a life. Say yes to organ donation.
Welcome back to Game Night. If you're just joining us here on the Bulldog Network, I'm Gabe Trevino alongside Braden Zamoyski. We're going to have our broadcast at precisely 7 p.m. of Munster versus CP on the Marquee Sports Network Community Showcase. And we are here with Keys of the Game for our third and final segment. And Braden, we're going to have to keep this short and sweet. Let's start with the visitors, the Munster Mustangs. We're going to go with Josh Malloy. He seems to be the big threat.
Yeah, Josh Malloy, I mean, we talked to Coach Swan. His main message was if the Dogs could stop him, they have an easy track on this game. This kid's averaging 19.5 points a game, 6.3 rebounds, 1.8 assists. And I actually thought you wrote 94, but 44% from the field.
Yeah, he's an efficient shooter. We actually talked to Coach Swan about this. We asked him, what do you think are some keys going into the game? We kind of took all of his keys. I mean, he said that Josh Malloy's one of the best scorers in the region. He's going to be a tough task for whoever's guarding him. It could be a shorter guard like Kingston Rhodes. It could be a tall forward like Bryce Peters. Maybe they put Mason Darrell on him, another guard who's a little bit taller than the Rhodes brothers. And then on the other side, Dikembe Shaw is the big threat from Munster to look out for.
Yeah, Dikembe Shaw led this team in scoring last year, leads so far this year. One of the top players, if not the top player in the region. And he's a deadly weapon and, as we say, a facilitator.
Yeah, he can be deadly as a scorer, driving in, scoring layups, even shooting from three. But he can also be dangerous as a facilitator, driving inside, kicking out to Mason Darrell, who's shooting 41% from three, or to one of the Rhodes brothers. Kingston is off to a hot start here to start his senior season, too.
Yeah, him and his brother just got offers, their first offers. It was
Manchester.
Manchester, a little bit of a smaller school, but I think that here in the senior season, they're trying to make their mark and show all these colleges that didn't offer them, maybe because of their size, maybe because they're not as big as some of the other guys that play college ball, that they're strong enough and they're willing to play.
Well, the other big thing is Munster cannot make mistakes. If they make mistakes, the Crown Point is going to make them pay. 49 points off turnovers, Crown Point, compared to their opponent's 14. That's a 35-point difference if you did the math at home like I did, just in my head really quick there. 35-point difference. So if you turn the ball over more in Crown Point, you're going to lose this game.
Absolutely, and that's what good teams do. They're able to capitalize off mistakes, and they make you regret them.
Yeah, you cannot make turnovers against a possible state contending team in the Crown Point Bulldogs. It's going to be a good one tonight. It's going to be an interesting one. Another quick key here to end off this segment is Munster has to start fast. Whenever we see upsets, the team who's the underdog starts fast to get out to an early lead, put pressure defensively on the Dogs in any sport, but in basketball here, you got to put pressure on the Dogs on defense. Could you see Munster doing that tonight?
Absolutely, and I think they're going to try to get Mason Darrell into foul trouble early. He plays aggressive defense. We saw it against Penn. He got 2 fouls in the first quarter. Didn't play much basketball for the rest of the night. I mean, you said earlier, he shoots 41% from three. That's a deadly, deadly mistake for Crown Point if he gets too early.
Yeah, and if he, again, I think his emotions, very emotional player. He's a great player, but I think his shot selection, which was another key to one of our keys, was his shot selection is heavily influenced by his emotions. Coach Swan has got to keep that under control.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not terrible if they don't get it under control because the depth of this Crown Point team is something that they need to study in a lab.
Yeah, it's incredible. They have 6 seniors on this team. They have a few sophomores that are getting playing time this year, with MJ Wilson being the main one. And that is going to do it here on Game Night. But stick around as we bring you the broadcast and all the action of tonight's game between the Crown Point Bulldogs and the Munster Mustangs, starting soon on Marquee Sports Network. Thank you to our entire crew working behind the scenes to bring you tonight's game. I'm Gabe Trevino alongside Braden Zamoyski. Tune in and join us for CP Munster coming up at 7 p.m. on Marquee Sports Network.